So I'm making the drawers right now. I think they're actually going pretty good because I've got a front or a bottom and a back here. So for the stoppers in the back, all I did was use a couple finishing screws to stop it. And I only have no glue. I'm obviously mocking up one side for how I like it, because I don't want to do both and then fuck up both and then have to go get a whole new sheet. So I'm kind of like working on one and one only. Like over here, I've got the back for the other drawer just sitting here. It needs a little taken off the sides. Cause like I've made this board 18 inches and I'd already had the other one marked out, and I went to put this 18-inch board in there and it's a little tight on this side. Like, great. So one side's ever so slightly tighter than the next. So I'm gonna work on this side. Next I'm gonna start with I'm gonna do the wall, the sides. And obviously you can see that I've got a ton of extra overlap, and I will have to obviously chop that down. So, yeah, but like that's a drawer, it does slide. And once the sides are on, the only problem I can see me having is getting stuck on this. But that's just about finesse. So next I'll measure out and chop this portion off. They won't obviously be big enough. These will just end up being scrap pieces, these two. And then, but now I'm gonna pull this piece out. I'm gonna measure these sides here. So I want these sides. So the sides are essentially gonna be exactly the width over there. So the distance between right here and right here. So I do notice that the reason that would catch right now is that this is uneven. So I might be able to shim that. Obviously I'm gonna have to shim it. That's fine, because like, or just put some weight back there. Because that's obviously gonna be just fine. Pull it out with one hand. Put it back with one hand. Good to go. So I'm gonna pull out the drawer and set it in the back of the truck. I'm gonna take that and set it over here. And I'm gonna measure the distance between there, and that should be the exact distance I need is between those two to make this work. So I'm gonna get that, and then it's just up to making the front. And I do have a scrap piece over here that is perfect for the front of one drawer. I mean, that's a pretty decent size of scrap, and that's big enough to go pretty much the whole width of what I want. So go from I think right there, all the way over. I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to go there or just there, like that kind of, and then cut right down the middle. So it'll be right down the middle, and then the next drawer will also do the same thing, and it'll go directly flush to this part of the top. One thing I did notice that this material does not like scraping or sliding on OBS, so I may have to cover the bottom of this in the same material of this. So I don't know, we'll figure that out. They sell that at Walmart for cheap to nothing, so that's fine. You know, and at least then I could probably staple it on there. We'll see. Piece for piece. Let's just keep moving. This is I've labeled this the front on that side. I'm hoping by the end of the day I can have at least semi-functional drawers. They may not be completely pretty, but I'm getting there. I am slowly getting there. I also want to, obviously once it warms up, I'd like to sand a lot of stuff or paint a lot of stuff. So, but obviously right now, let's get these drawers finished. I want to at least have one drawer finished today, but honestly, it's going well enough. I could probably get two. I'm just avoiding going inside because of the Super Bowl. So. Oh, I did. I sold the truck. She gone. Say goodbye, truck. Truck's gone. I've just got this piece of shit shell and the Subaru sitting over there. I had two people that both bugged out on the Subaru. I had one kid yesterday. It was the first kid that came and looked at it, and he needed something reliable. So, and he really wanted the Subaru. I'm like, $1,000, dude, whatever. Let's just, and his grandpa's with him, and I'm sitting there talking to him. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I would love to give you this car, but you need something reliable. And we're talking, and he's like, oh, but I really like it. And what do you think, Grandpa? And Grandpa's like, dude, you need something you can drive back and forth from Twin to Jerome. And I don't think you'll keep this thing on the road. And even I look at the kid, I'm like, dude, I don't think so. Like, this is a project. You know, he's talking about wanting to slam it, throw a turbo on it. I'm like, yeah, cool. Project car, track car. Have fun with it. You're looking for both, and that's hard to do. You can't have both. Honestly, it's really hard. You can pick fast, reliable, and cheap, and you just, they don't go. You got to pick two. I picked semi-fast and reliable for my Mustang, and then I also picked reliable and useful on this truck. For the Subaru, it's a really cheap vehicle, and rarely does cheap and reliable go hand in hand. You can have cheap and fast, decently, you know, throw that junkyard Turbisky on there, or a zombie V8, but in this vehicle, I full on told them you can't have reliable and cheap. Sorry, man. Like, so they left. I messaged the guy that was trying to trade me a motorcycle and an AR, because like now I just want it out of the way. I want it gone. I don't really need the cash. I paid off 2 of my things of debt, 2 of my credit cards with the truck money, and I still have, well, I paid off 1. I still have to go pay the other one off, but I haven't just gone to the bank. And then I can. Then that's 2 credit cards. Then that's a huge amount of my debt gone. So, and that amount of debt for those 2 credit cards would be the payment on the truck, and I've been sitting pretty comfortably with that, so I should be okay. So yeah, that's where we're at. I got the motorcycle kind of tuning it a little bit today, but I wasn't really fucking with it too much. Then I got home and started working on this, and that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna get this done. I'll take a video when I've got at least 1 drawer with sides on it. Once I can get the sides on it, I think we're good, but you know, and I was gonna use staples and wood glue, but I ended up finding some really nice long finishing screws that are like perfect for what I'm trying to do here. Add ample support. And this is 3/4 inch fucking of this board, of this particle meta, whatever the fuck it's called. And it takes it just fine. It's very sturdy. And once everything's glued down too, I won't have any worries. But yeah, I say let's keep going. Let's get it done. All right, well, there's 1 drawer done. I didn't end up putting it back in there. I'm pretty sure I can finish what I need to do while it's in there. The only thing I might have to do is put the seats down so I can work a little out there, but that's it. Obviously, there's no slides, so you can only take it out about so far before it obviously starts to dip. And but you have full access to the drawer. Honestly, I wouldn't even pull it out to there. I'd pull it out to about right there. That's about, if I were to make some stoppers to actually stop the drawer, I'd probably go to right there, honestly. Like, that looks great. I also did end up putting another layer, and I stapled the other layer of that carpet. I used the rest of my carpet, cut it up, and it's on the bottom of this, so this can slide a lot easier. It's definitely really tight. Everything's really tight. So deploying this thing, there's some very tight tolerances of it. And putting it back together, enough so that I broke my little door, putting it back and testing it. I didn't really break it. It's just the latch a little fucked up. Not that I care. Honestly, I think it's better with it off, because then I can access the things that I need to right here. So I also do have somewhat of storage. Somewhat of storage along the sides if I want there to be. But I think that looks really good. It didn't quite, obviously it settles a little bit. I did do that on purpose so that to be some extra give, but honestly, I think it looks excruciatingly uniform. Like, I like it. I really do. I also realized that I do have some liner, because I was going to do the truck bed liner. For the, yeah, like right there. I do have some, the truck shell liner. I was going to do that. I could probably do the whole interior with that. I could also do like a little cook station if I wanted to. I could cook right here. So the stove sits right there, like make a little portion out of some like thinner board that'll hold this, so I can take it off. But because this is the camp, a cooking one, hopefully this will fit most of my camping stuff. If not, I do plan on still taking the camping bin, which is sitting over there, it's a tote, with me, but most of the immediate camping stuff can go in here. But for right now, this will probably just be the utility drawer, the drawer with all that stuff that's over there in that tote, so that I no longer have a tote. I can just, oh, I need jumper cables. Boom, right there. You know, I do need to figure out how to make some kind of stop that stops the drawer, something. I do not know how I'm going to do that yet. I don't know, but we'll figure that part out. Some kind of strap maybe on the back, to the back portion there. And once it goes to like a certain, like right there, and boom, it'll stop it so I can't go any further. That's probably the easiest thing to do. But yeah, it's looking really good. Honestly, I thoroughly enjoy my craftsmanship. It worked out really well. For what it is, like, I did this completely on a budget. This was the most expensive piece of board I've bought so far. I had most of this OBS laying around, and I bought a bunch of Jesus Christ, pallets for like 15 bucks. 15 bucks. Most all the hardware was laying around the shop somewhere. I spent like $5 on that rug. And so I spent $45 on this wood, and I still have all the wood to do the next drawer. What you see right here is the bottom drawer that fits in there. This is actually the bottom of the bottom drawer. I've already got that done. This is for the front face and the sides. So I'm gonna have some extra, honestly, that I can play with as I please. So next step is cutting this to be the little glides that this fits on. So I did take this out, and this is, I didn't realize this was the whole aircon unit for in the back. So I can't really use that, but on this side, there's literally nothing. I'll probably end up putting that fishing stuff and my knife in one of the drawers. So I can probably turn that into the power station. There's plenty of room. There's literally like nothing in there. I took the cup holder off and looked, and there was nothing underneath there. So there's sawdust everywhere. I think if I can make the glides and get at least this next drawer done, I'm going to be happy, but it's taken me a long time. So, and I don't want to rush it. The next thing I need to do is get the carpet and the paint besides the drawer. I'd like to just paint it in a nice dark gray, something that kind of matches everything else. You know, anything, all the boards, just everything dark gray, maybe black for this. Because I just think everything needs to be a little different, but just being able to take it out and like cover anything that's not rug. So this will be rug. All the, all this, anything you see black, all the side pieces, the sides, and obviously the whole top area. I thinking I'm going to try to pry out this board. Is like 8.5 inches, almost 9, and the board that I need as the foot, which is that board right here, does not need to be quite as tall. And I do know Lowe's sells those little adjustable feet, so that's my plan. I'm going to install a new board, one solid board there, and then obviously put like some feet so that it rests on the feet on here. And then I need to get some nylon straps. I think nylon's what I'm going to go with. Just some nylon strapping for one, maybe put right here so I can grab the strap and pull it out. Nylon strap for the back stops, so that's the stoppers. And then also a nylon strap on the other board to grab this so that it helps me push it and pull it in. So that's where we're at. I'm thoroughly enjoying this project. Honestly, I'm really proud of my craftsmanship on these drawers. I've never made drawers before. My dad came out and kind of gave me a few pointers. That's pretty much it. So I think I can honestly start on the drawers on the other side. I have the backboard already around here somewhere for this will fit. So I've got the back and sides for the next drawer already ready. That's just the front. The front was really rough to do because I had to get it inside. Like I had to like get in the other side of it and like try to draw the line out. I could have easily, and I realize this now, I could have easily measured from the center point of each board and then taken this and then measured from the center point of each board of the board. So but I didn't. I did it the hard way. So, and I probably will do it the hard way again because it definitely made it a little more custom. If I could just raise this up ever so slightly, I would. And I think I probably can with furniture shims. If I install some furniture shims, then I can kind of get the desired want and will that I want there. I probably could, and I probably will. So that's my next run. I need paint, more rug, which I can get both at Walmart. I could probably get the furniture shims at Walmart. I really think I can get everything I need left at Walmart. So that's my next plan. Unfortunately, I can't get to my bank account because I don't know why. It just stopped letting me in today. Went to sign in. There's like, nope, wrong information. I'm like, that's right. Like, nope, wrong. I'm like, okay. I'll call Pioneer Federal. And it's like, never mind. It's fucking Sunday. So here I am. I've got 50 bucks in my pocket. I guess I could use that. But I want to get this drawer done tonight. So because I want to have the recovery drawer and then the camping drawer. So the camping drawer and the recovery drawer. Most of it will probably be empty. That one will probably be empty a bulk of the time. I might put my camping or like my fishing gear in there. But honestly, my fishing gear's in a pretty good spot right now. But yeah, let's get that recovery drawer done and get it going. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll make that the recovery drawer. It doesn't really matter too much which drawer does which. A big thing that I also found out that I really need to do is securing this drawer system down somehow. I think the rear, because I took the rear seat belts off, there is a bolt that's down there, a bolt hole. So what I think I might be able to do is if I could find the same thread pitch or find some way to secure a bolt through that hole, but a big old eye bolt, I could send a big old eye bolt up, like a really long one, and secure this where it's at least a couple of them, just to hold him, you know. That's the plan. I gotta find some way to secure this down because this thing does like to move when I move this bed platform. Now I'm hesitant to secure it at the same time because it like putting the top portion away involves a lot of wiggling. So if I can't wiggle the bottom portion, I may have a problem. But we'll see. I probably have to take a restroom break and go in and say hi to everybody. I haven't been inside in hours, so I'm probably gonna do that.